The first time Amara saw Chaik again after 10 years, he was standing beside a coffin in the pouring rain, holding the hand of a little girl who looked exactly like him. The church compound in Enugu was silent except for the sound of rain beating against zinc roofs. Amara froze at the gate. Her breathing became heavy. 10 years vanished in one painful heartbeat. The man who once promised to marry her under the orange trees behind her father's compound. The man who disappeared without saying goodbye. The man who broke her heart. He looked older now, thinner. His shoulders carried invisible weight. He looked up. Their eyes met. And the umbrella slipped from Amara's trembling hand. The little girl beside him stared curiously at Amara while clutching Chaik's hand. Amara's eyes dropped to the child's face again. Same dimples. Same eyes. Her chest burned. "So you finally got the family you wanted," she said bitterly. "Was she worth throwing me away for?" Chaik looked confused at first. "You still think that's why I left?" Then Amara answered. "You vanished 2 weeks before our wedding, Chaik. No calls. No letter. Nothing. Your mother told everyone I wasn't good enough because my family was poor." Flashbacks hit her mind like lightning. Their secret meetings near the river. The night they danced barefoot during New Yam Festival. The promises. The dreams. Then the heartbreak. The shame. The years she spent hating him just to survive. Chaik swallowed hard and said, "I came to your house that night." "What?" Amara screamed in surprise. "I came to tell you the truth before leaving for Lagos." Chaik continued. "Your father chased me away with a cutlass." Amara stepped back in shock. "My father said you abandoned me." Chaik slowly nodded, tears gathering in his eyes. "He lied." Chaik looked down at the little girl. "This is Ada." The child smiled faintly. "My daughter," he said softly. "Her mother died 3 days ago." Amara's anger faded slightly, replaced by confusion. "If you loved me, like you claimed, why didn't you come back?" For a moment Chaik said nothing. Then he rolled up his sleeve. "I was diagnosed with kidney failure after I got to Lagos," he said quietly. "I spent years trying to survive. I sold everything. I didn't want you suffering beside a dying man. I heard you got married," he continued painfully. "So I stayed away." A tear rolled down Amara's cheek. "I never married." 10 years. Chaik screamed in shock. "My father confessed before he died last year. He was the one who paid your bus driver to lie that you left with another woman. He didn't want me marrying a poor mechanic." And she had spent 10 years hating a man who was silently suffering alone. For the first time in 10 years she touched Chaik's face. His body trembled instantly. "You should have told me," she whispered through tears. "And you should have fought for me," he replied gently. Both truths hurt equally. Neither of them was innocent. Neither of them escaped the pain. But standing there in the rain, broken by life, they finally understood something love had tried to teach them years ago. Sometimes people do not stop loving each other. Sometimes life simply wounds them before they can love properly. 3 months later, villagers often saw Amara walking slowly through the streets of Enugu with little Ada holding one hand, and Chaik holding the other. Not as perfect lovers. Not as people trying to recover lost years. But as 2 wounded souls finally choosing honesty over silence. Because some love stories do not return to begin again. They return to heal. They lost 10 years because nobody told the truth. And by the time love found them again, life had already left scars on both their hearts. Moral lesson. Love can survive distance, pain, and time. But silence, fear, and pride destroy more relationships than betrayal ever will. Sometimes the people we hate the most were quietly suffering for us all along.